This is Daily. I'm your host. I'm going to talk just a little bit today. I don't really have that much that I want to go into. I've got something fun in the works, which I'm kind of excited about, but motivation has been lacking. Automation. I'm a big tech nerd, as mentioned in a couple of episodes before, and I am a huge believer in automation. Not a fan of LLMs or quote unquote AI. It's not intelligence at all. But B, it's mostly that I hate corporations. I'm not a huge fan of these corporate LLMs. I'm not a fan of what people are using it for because mostly it's bad at it. Not a fan of a lot of it. And so I think the hype, while not accurate, like, what do you say? Like, oh, it's going to replace creative processes or it's going to lose out on jobs. Yes, there's going to be aspects of that, but that's mostly because damn near everybody is using it wrong. There's some very limited tasks that it can do, and it can do very well. And that's it. And being able to understand that is a skill set that is, I don't know. People don't like to hear that very much, especially hiring managers, but whatever. It's the truth. To that end, coding and computing, that is automation. That is when you can take tasks that you repeat often based on very specific things. They could be complicated, it could be simple, but very specific things. The ability to map things out into a flowchart, no matter how complicated, can be automated. So being able to understand and identify a thought process that goes into something like choosing a place for dinner. Again, this one, no, this one's actually not too bad of an example. But if you are like, okay, I have dietary restrictions based on morality or something. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't want meat. Or no, let's do a peanut allergy. So you can be like, all right, I don't want anything with a peanuts on the menu just because the risk is too high for cross-contamination. So you would be able to automate kind of that picking of a restaurant. And you might find your own. So it would be something along the lines of just breaking it down. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. That's the biggest thing. I don't want to die going out to eat or ordering food or anything like that. So I do not want I don't want peanuts to be in there. Way to check, again, you would add a step that's like manual confirmation if that was your primary concern. But you'd be along the lines of, is there anything on the menu that contains peanuts? Is it a chain? I actually had done a fun adventure. Don't go out to eat super often. Me and the better half are both very good cooks, and most of the stuff that we make is significantly cheaper and way more delicious, with the exception of some specialty meals. So it's more of a meal that we go out for, or a dish, I should say. Of going around, we essentially did a 2 miles or a mile radius around our house, so a mile in each direction, any place that was not a chain. And we spent over a couple of years doing it. We did not get to every single place and wound up finding some really fun little hole in the wall spots. You always hear that, what's his face with the thing, diners, drive-ins, and dives. Everyone's like, "Oh, I love the idea of a dive," until you're like, "Oh, wait, this is a gross restaurant," or whatever. It's fine. I'm not judging that, but that type of thing, that's a really fun thing to do, and it would, barring hiking and talking to people and doing social and community events that are free, such as pickup games in the park or whatever, this is actually a pretty good way to go out and meet your neighbors and stuff. So that is something that you could also kind of workflow out. I don't really have a point. I'm kind of just rambling a little bit because, again, I didn't have anything. I mean, I could maybe one day solidify my thoughts regarding AI. There's a lot more people out there who are very good at discussing the implications, the effects on cognition, the effects on kids. I mean, go talk to a teacher and you can ask them about AI and they will have some opinions. Go ask, if like a CEO of one of these big companies, if you see them at the top of the stairs, trip them, or ask them a question, you'll get a different answer that is probably mostly bullshit. Anyway, automation, very, very cool. Don't mistake it for what it is. It is, if you could flowchart it out, that is a good thing for automation. That is a good thing to remove human interaction from. If you cannot flowchart it out, you are probably using technology in a way that is going to damage you. And I love technology and I hate seeing it damage people. So anyway, be careful with that. That's all I have. I'm going to eventually get some thoughts down on it. I've got a few things in the quote unquote pipeline. But honestly, yeah, today it was just like I didn't want to do 2 days of a row of just silence. And so here we go. Let's breathe. Yeah, this is for me. Put words to your gratitude. Spread those words in person and online.